I want to welcome all of you to this documentary because we are documenting one of the biggest discoveries and transformations that we have. And I'm going to start this evening by showing you this. First of all, if you have never seen this 6-minute ABC Primetime, you are going to see a documentation that maybe you have not seen, and this was actually aired in 2005, and I'll be back in 6 minutes. Hold on, let's see if I can get this to work here. Here we go.
The following is an ABC Primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. A kind of guinea pig.
Dr. McCord, okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And as decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Kind of scoop. Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress. We all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes 2 antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
It's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful.
Well, Doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, Taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me?
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would.
And so, ancient Eastern healing and modern Western medicine may soon be working together. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease,
Yes,
depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety.
Protandim NRF2 is protected by 7 U.S. patents. Major universities and government agencies initiated and continue self-funded studies following the ABC Primetime investigative report you just viewed that originally aired back in 2005. These studies continue to reveal more scientific evidence about Protandim NRF2's unique benefits and to evaluate how this anti-aging breakthrough can prevent and improve many of the problems associated with aging.
Well, good evening, and I still get goosebumps when I watch that ABC Primetime Investigative Report. My name is Becky Taylor. I'm from Bellingham, Washington, and I'm going to be co-presenting tonight and going into a little more detail and the science about Protandim and some of the other NRF2 activating factors. Somebody loved me enough to just almost 2 years ago now to share this ABC Primetime Investigative Report with me. And when I saw that report, I literally leapt out of my skin saying, "You've got to be kidding me. Somebody has done it. Somebody has discovered something to wake up our bodies to begin the healing process itself." And I went in to do much exploring, and I'll tell you, we're going to be going over, I'm going to tell a little more of my story, but we're going to be sharing these 3 stories with you about the company. How did this come about? The product. What happened? How did this come about that Dr. Joe McCord would come up with this amazing product? We're going to tell the story of the products of NRF2 activation, and we're even going to talk about the income story. I am a real estate professional. I have been in the marketplace, in a professional marketplace, for 15 years now, and this turned my head professionally as well as in a health version. What is your biological age? There's so many of these Facebook little tests now that say, what is your age? And they try to guess your age by looking at your photo. And how many of us know we can doctor up our photos and make them look pretty? But 2 years ago, I was a whole lot older and felt a whole lot older than I am now. And I'm only 55 this week, and it's a big year for me, but I have never felt more alive, more vibrant, and more healthy in my life. When this found me, I was almost in a complete state of adrenal failure. My adrenals functioned at about a level 2, and I had sleep deprivation so bad that I got in an accident as a result of sleep deprivation. And yes, indeed, you can. It's like worse than being drunk, and I did. And I had just the energy of of an 80-year-old. I know I did. My body, now I've come to find out, was full of oxidative stress, and I felt like I was in a constant battle. So my biological age at the time, who knows what? But according to science now, my biological age is, I've got the age of an infant even, it says. So what are most people doing these days to stay healthy? 68% of our population takes supplements, vitamins, herbs or oils. And what is the benefit that we are all hoping? You must surely at one time in your life, you were taking vitamins and supplements and things that you were trying to make yourself feel better. You want to feel better. You want to have more energy, less pain. Let's get real. I think we all want to live a little bit longer, and we're seeing that that's not happening these days with what's happening. But we're going to talk about a new science tonight. This is not about supplementation. It's about activation. And let's go into just a minute about LifeVantage, the company. This is where it all started. And you just saw, we really thought it important that we showed you that ABC Primetime. This was a big break for LifeVantage because it really told the story of Joe McCord. 40 years of his life's work was spent in this. And he discovered the NRF2 pathway. That was one of the biggest discoveries that he had in history. It literally was a history-making discovery because he was given the medal, the same medal that the Orville Wright brothers inventing the airplane, Henry Ford in the production system, and many other of the greatest inventors that literally would change the course of how we know history works today. That was the same award Dr. McCord got, and that spawned this report. Now, remember, ABC Primetime, they're out to not try to prove something, they want to disprove. And look what happened. Oh my goodness. $5 million of inventory of this Protandim, and that's an old bottle that you were seeing there. $5 million of inventory flew off the shelves, and as you saw, it spawned many university studies. So from 2005, after that, to 2009, LifeVantage was still a small biotech company, not selling much of this Protandim, and they were selling it on GNC and Rite Aid and vitamin stores. They weren't getting much sales going through the stores. So in 2009, their advisors came to them and said, let's take it off the shelves, put it into the hands of people, and let's see what happens. Wow, look what happened from 2009 to the present. It is now a 200 plus and growing rapidly. It's a $200 million company, and we are the 67th largest direct selling company. Direct selling, think Amway, Shaklee, Mary Kay, Arbonne, Avon, all these are all direct selling companies, and only in this short amount of time being the 67th out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. That's a very big deal. Nutrigenomics, if that's not a name you've heard yet, you need to learn this because this is going to be the slogan, the language of the future. It is a scientific study of the interaction between nutrition and naturally occurring plant compounds and gene expression, especially in regard to the treatment and prevention of disease. It turns out that the fountain of youth isn't actually a fountain. It's about looking younger, feeling younger. It comes down to reversing oxidative stress. And by using the NRF2 pathway and using nutrigenomics to do that, we are finding something that is unlocking. It's biohacking the aging process, and this is a very big deal. From the 1900s to the 2000s, those of you that were raised in the supplementation era, my grandma was a supplementation vitamin addict. She literally had a box she would pull out of her counter and put her little bowls full of vitamins. That's old school technology. Why is it that in that same era, we still have 1 out of 2 people are diagnosed with cancer? Is it working? How's it working for you, right? Large doses of synthetic vitamins and minerals, direct antioxidants, that was the way of old school. Now we are entering into a new school of technology. We are activating the body's natural defense and repair mechanisms. We're talking the body healing itself, people. This is such a big deal. We are biohacking the body back to its younger days, and that's all about prevention. Look at this scale here. This is just huge. Respiratory disease, neurodegenerative, metabolic, cancer, 36%, cardiovascular disease, 45% of people in this population today are wrecked with these. And guess what? They are the 5 most preventable. I capitalize that word on purpose. It is preventable health concerns. And look at this, we're talking about prevention. Now we know that we have an age span that starts coming in, and see how that's kind of diving down, coming down towards your 70s, 80s, and that place right about in our 70s, 60s. You're starting to take some. How many of you are on heart medication, or family members on heart medications, or high cholesterol medications? And these kind of drug treatments, synthetic drugs, are entering into our lives at this point. But what if we were to back up and say, hey, let's start preventing this at an early age, as early as we can? And this is what biohacking the aging system is, or process is, with NRF2 activation. It's starting to prevent this, and so that we can increase our quality of life, decrease the drug interaction, and increase lifespan. Let's get your body working to heal yourself instead of drugs. What is oxidative stress? Think rust from the inside out. Think apple, that you cut it open and oxidative stress is killing it. Look at that cell, that's human cell down there. That one that's, look at this, that one of them is a perfectly beautiful, healthy cell. And oh, it's just, there you go, beautiful. My little drawing. And look at this one. That is a cell full of antioxidant. And that is the cesspool in which disease wants to grow, and hundreds of age-related diseases are linked to this right here. What we want to do is we want to eradicate that little puppy, and we want to get our cells back into this condition. And guess what? Through NRF2 activation, that is what's happening in our bodies. And it's quickly here in PubMed.gov. You want to look for yourself, oxidative stress. Go there, type oxidative stress. Type out NRF2 activation. We'll talk about that later. Here's some more of the causes: radiation, stress, trauma, injury. Did you know that stress trauma, emotional trauma, causes oxidative stress? Inflammation, alcohol, smoking, inadequate, or over-exercising. All of it is bringing free radical damage and oxidative stress into our bodies. And here's a good picture. For those of you that would rather look at pictures instead of read, this is what we get to look at, breathe, smell every day. Ouch! This is what's causing our oxidative stress. What combats it? Antioxidants. That's what combats oxidative stress. Where do we get antioxidants? This is where we get it, right here. I'm going to read something to you here. So by taking this one here, this Protandim right here, this is going to activate an enzyme that neutralizes 1 million free radicals. See this here? In every cell of my body per second, every second. That is huge. If you were to put into perspective, if you were to take the same antioxidant, to get the same antioxidant benefit, you would have to eat 26 pounds of blueberries. And then it would depend on how and where the chemicals were grown. 26 pounds to be able to eradicate. But we're not talking 1 million free radicals per second, every second. We're talking 1 free radical to 1 antioxidant. I'll tell you what, I'd rather take 1 little pill and get my body doing the work for me. See this little gem right down here in the corner? Right here. This is talking about the 5 ingredients of Protandim, which is huge. Bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea, turmeric, and milk thistle. And mind you, they are in perfect formulation. See these here? These are the specific ingredients in Protandim, and they have been formulated laboriously in a specific order, and they are 18 times more effective together than individual. That's a big deal. And as you saw, that it's Protandim NRF2 is clinically proven. We're talking now FDA approved this to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in only 30 days. John Quinos had a result of 45% in 20 days. That was huge. Protandim NRF2, 5 plant, full herb ingredient, NRF2 synergizer, lowers oxidative stress again by an average of 40% in 30 days. 26 peer-reviewed studies. We're talking government PubMed. gov.gov, pubmed.gov. There's 26 studies. Read them for yourself. Go on there, type in Protandim, and you'll see them yourself. They are published studies, 7 U.S. patents, and it is the only natural supplement proven to extend life. And that's what this was documenting tonight, that the National Institute of Aging, they did a 10-year study. I'm going to pause that and I'll come back, because our own Washington State University, I'm from Washington State, they did a 1-year study in 2015, and they did a 26-page study, and on page 15, this quote came out. They studied every report ever given, documented on Protandim, and this is what they say about it: potentially the most extraordinary therapeutic. And they actually use the words, and extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Let that quote soak in. That is a big quote. This is a very, very big deal. And so in 2006, after this 2005 ABC Primetime, the national, see over there in the corner, not LifeVantage funded, we're talking federally funded government, took on a 10-year study, and they published their report 10 years later, July of 2016, and they concluded that Protandim positively impacted lifespan by 7%, thereby putting Protandim the actual first in history documented all natural product to extend life by 7%. This hasn't even hit the press yet. We're continuing to biohack the age process with our NRF1 pathway. And this is something that came out probably just a year and a half ago. Again, 5 plant ingredients. Some of you know what the mitochondria is. It is the powerhouse of the cell. And this NRF1 actually goes in and increases cellular energy, supports cognitive brain health, supports healthy blood and cardiovascular. This is an actual report that is about mitochondria dysfunction and what happens with mitochondria dysfunction. Just look at the things that, these are probably the ones that are documented medically most as a result of what happens: chronic fatigue, Lou Gehrig's, muscular, mitochondrial disease, autism, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, Huntington's. As you can see, it's about neurodegenerative, it's about the brain, it's about brain function, epilepsy, and more. So these are things that a disintegrated, damaged mitochondria can happen. When that happens, these things are more apt. So we want to get our mitochondria healthy, and guess what? NRF2 does just that. So NRF2 and NRF1 together are that 1-2 punch. Let's get that rusty vehicle clean again and beautiful and running, and let's put the beautiful fuel, the rocket fuel, that's the powerhouse, Protandim NRF1 together. And then we're biohacking the aging process by giving you a healthy gut. Now, gut health is so important. 2018, there's going to be a study, 10-year study about gut health that's coming out. This probio is different than others. Most probiotics that you might take literally are eaten up in the stomach juices, their stomach acid, and maybe 2%, 4% might get into your intestines. This particular product actually has what's called this case and sheath, and it goes through, and I believe that's what it's called. It's a biotrack system, and it holds together until it gets into your digestive tract where the work is done. And so that's where we need our probiotics to get. So 90 or 60% of it gets into your digestive system. And we have Wellmune, which is a prebiotic. So we have both probiotic and prebiotic together, and it does not have to be refrigerated. Now, what about our dogs? Their age is spinning 7 times faster than ours, right? I have a 14-year-old. He's about 93 years old. And 2 years ago, he was failing so fast. We got a little puppy because we thought he was going to die, literally. So we got another one. And I gave him Protandim 2 years ago. And about 2 weeks later, he's jumping back up at the door like a jack, jumping back up on the couch. I'm like, oh boy. He started acting like about a 7-year-old, and he didn't even know what hit him. Dogs have oxidative stress, horses have high oxidative stress. And they also have inflammation in their body and joint pain. This is now for pets. They now can take this as well. So let's take care of our pets as well. Let's let them live longer. And then we have NRF2 activation for the skin from the outside in. This is absolutely revolutionary as well. This is a level 5 skincare 4-part system. And this is like the NRF2 activating your cells from the inside. This is activating them from the outside. We have so many reports on this and lots of science on this. And it has nothing that you need that's bad in it. Look at no sulfates, parabens, formaldehyde, GMOs, petroleum, artificial colors. It's great for all skin types. And we have a brand new hand cream that's only $12. All this for $140. That is one of the least expensive skincare systems I've ever had. And it's bar none the best I've ever used in my life. It's great for all skin, young and old. And now we are putting our bundles together. And I'm just going to quick talk to you about that. This one here, this Activated Essentials, is a 3-part. This is our 3 flagship products. These are the ones that we believe are the most powerful for your body, the 1-2 punch and the gut health. And then if you were to take and say, I'm going to order, this is our most popular on auto ship, absolutely free shipping when you order this. And if you were to order this and get this first, you're going to save $20 on the set. And then you could just get this once. It'll last you, oh my goodness, this here lasts 2 to 3 months. And then get this on your monthly, you can't beat it. I'm not kidding. They put these packages together and said, if you want to put these together, we're going to give you free shipping. And that's very important. Then you're going to say hello to the other 90% of your brain. We've got NRF2 activation for the brain. Oh, hello. Improved concentration and memory retention, support, energy metabolism without the jitters and unwanted crash. Take note of that. No jitters, no crash. Reduce mental fatigue and brain fog, pure brain food, B vitamins, DMAE, quercetin, pine bark, no sugar, 15 calories. I love this. I have 2 to 3 a day. Let's wake up the other 90% of your brain, and this is perfect for children. We have so many kid stories of even their teachers saying, what are you giving that child in that bottle? Because when they're drinking that, I see a difference. We have documented cases of parents doing that. So it's good for children, it's good for adults. And then we have our weight management system, which I've already gone through, the ProBio for your BioTrack system, but we have a shake that's all natural. And then we have a cleanse that's very, very gentle, and it's a 7-day cleanse program. So we like the whole health. This is a weight management. It doesn't have to be weight loss. It's something that is for everyday health. And we have a fat burn that is targeted on belly fat, and it has sinatrol and sphectol in it, and it does support metabolism as well. And that is what we need when we are on a weight management system, is we need a healthy metabolism. And you get a free membership to Team Heart Fitness, and we have groups online that are support groups, like so much fun, so much support, all the help you would ever want. And look at this. This is just a great example. Look at these bellies. Well, the bellies that have left, the before bellies and the after bellies, we have some great results. And our commitment to you is that our products are all natural, non-GMO, no artificial color sweeteners or flavors. Products are only good as the studies they stand on. And that's what I love. As a professional, I love the studies. One, from a person that loves to read documents, and I have to read documents in real estate, I want to see documentation and proof. We have got it. And we've got a full training, all the training you would ever need for every product, and a best customer support staff that I've ever seen with any company ever. That is our commitment to you. Now, as a professional, I looked at this and literally I said, if this is half true, and it's not, it's 100% true. In fact, I said, I need to be a part of this. And I'm going to bring on a friend, a dear friend, a mentor, a teacher, a true professional. Her and her husband are professionals and own their own business. And she too is going to come on. Marilee Marisic I just welcome you, and you can see where she's from, Anacortes, Washington, and she is going to tell you the dynamics of if this is something that you would be interested in or just give an ear to. As a professional, I can tell you, you want to give an ear to this publicly traded company that is an open book. And Marilee, I just welcome you to take over from here, dear heart.
Oh, thank you so much, Becky. It's an honor to be here. I actually, watching the video at the very beginning just reminds me from, day one, about 20 months ago when I saw that video for the first time. I don't know about you guys, but I was sitting there with a notepad next to me, and I was jotting names down. And there were several different thoughts that went through my mind. At first, I was really just amazed that I've been in this industry, in this space, in the wellness industry, networking industry, for now 11 years, and I had never heard of this product. I hadn't heard of the science of it, and my jaw was really on the floor. So I'm taking notes, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I want this product. And I know this person would want it, this person would want it, and I'm sitting there thinking, all of a sudden, this aha moment hits me. If I hadn't heard of this from my world until now, no one in my world has heard of it either. So the entrepreneurial part of me had to stand up and say, aha, I want a piece of this. And so the person that introduced this to me was just somebody that I very much respected. As I shared, I've been in this industry for 11 years. And I met my mentor in our last company, and she was we didn't work together, but I watched what she created. And so it was very valid for me to take a look when she decided to partner with this company. But I'll step back for just a moment. My husband and I live in Anacortes, Washington, and the way I found myself in this industry, we've been married now 26 years. My husband's name is Sean, and if you've ever seen the TV show Deadliest Catch, you know exactly what my husband did. He was a Bering Sea fisherman, and I'm glad that that show was not on TV when we were first married. I don't know if I could have handled the nerves that it took to know what he was doing physically, but we thought we had everything figured out early in life. We were going to work hard. We were going to save up our money, which we were doing. And in that career industry, it's high risk for high pay. So we were trying to be smart about it. But everything ended overnight for us. I got a phone call. He had injured his back badly and literally crawled off an airplane and spent over a year in physical therapy. And we just, we were kind of just at wit's end. We didn't know what to do. And the only thing at that time that we knew to do was just that we knew we didn't want to work for somebody else, so we created our own gig. And that was to start a business, our own traditional business. But what we found in that is that it wasn't very long into that. It's a successful business. We still own it today. But what we found was that business really owned us, and we had almost zero time freedom. And at that time, I was introduced to this industry from somebody who was smart enough and cared enough to say, you might want to look at something that will broaden your options and give you residual income. And that's where this next slide will be really helpful. I actually really love the fact that when you have a chance to create an income generating asset, that's what we're sitting on. And that's what I saw when I saw that video, that ABC video here. I wanted a piece of what this company had to offer, really realizing that this is a very unique product. I knew, right away after conversing with my friend Tara Wilson, that this was a product in this company that holds an 82% customer retention. Well, if you're entrepreneurial and smart about business, you know that that's smart, that's brilliant, and it's something every company can only hope or dream for. That's what we have our hands on here. So I knew right away I could build a network of customers, but the fact is I can only build so many customers myself. So in this industry, why it's brilliant and why you can build something quick and global is when you build a network of distributors to help in that phase. So that's exactly what we did. We jumped in and went to work. And something you want to think about is we live in a gig economy. And I just mentioned that, my husband and I started our own gig in a traditional business, but odds are many of you on here tonight, you may have a second gig or a third gig. Maybe you're working a full-time job, but you need an extra little bit of money. And people are doing everything from right now from, renting a room out in their house to maybe renting their house out or, driving for Uber. You know, you see so many different gigs that people have, but what I want to, you know, explain about what we have here, which is so unique and so special. We now are in a day and age where you can literally build a business on a cell phone, and that's what I do. I build this business from my laptop and from my cell phone. And you really are in a day and age where you can become a social entrepreneur. That's building a global wellness business from your cell phone, and that is what we have. We are in 9 countries right now, and it's just so exciting to know that we can share this. And just like we're doing right
much
now.
on tonight. I have
Uh-oh.
my
Hold on.
no,
Hold on, guys.
those stupid 90-day fiance people, right? Oh.
Let's try it again. Okay.
Can you hear me, Becky?
Okay, go ahead. I just remuted everybody.
No worries. You want to go back one slide?
You bet. Okay.
Sorry about that, guys, and no big deal. It's live, and I love that.
Live, that's right.
Real. Okay, so what happens with this business that I love? You know, I don't inventory any product at all. I just literally get a chance to show this, and we show this like we're doing now. We have recorded videos. This is being recorded. We can share this over and over again. But what's great about it is this comes as a package deal. It comes with patents. The research is done. The marketing tools are there. Infrastructure and training is here. Everything you need to become the master of your own destiny. And it's honestly right at your fingertips. So simple. We get to own this with no inventory. I don't have to have overhead and assets above me. And product drop ships right to people. So it makes it doable. I just love this slide. But timing is, if you've ever looked at something in any business, guys, I mean, timing is so important. It's important in real estate. It's important in so many things. And it certainly is important in this industry. But what I saw, I've shared, you know, I had never heard of this, and I've been in this industry. But here's the statistics right now. 99.95% of the US and Canada have never joined. And I mean joined from a customer standpoint or a distributor standpoint. That just screams opportunity. We are literally a company that's at the forefront of nutrigenomics. And that's where we're talking about not supplementation. This is activation. It's a very different conversation. And I saw that when I was looking at this. So many companies have products, but I call it a Me Too product. You know, they might have supplements that you could walk into Costco and purchase. You know, you can walk into any store and purchase. You cannot walk in to any store and purchase Nerf 2 activation, which is, you have your hands on something very unique here. But I love that it's backed by federally funded research. We have many third-party validations to what we have our hands on here. I love that. Global business in 9 countries and expanding. We're moving into several new countries this year. We're publicly traded on NASDAQ, LVFN, if you want to look at that. But let me draw your eyes over to the right-hand side of the screen. When we talk about timing, if we draw a little line here, you'll see back in 1994, there was only, if you went to PubMed.gov and you looked up Nerf 2 studies, there was 1. Right now, and I'll just take you back to last year alone, in 2016, 1,497 studies. And right now, we are just partway through 2017. It's just a crazy amount of studies on this science because everyone is sitting up and taking notice to what this is doing. It's a medical breakthrough, and the studies are coming fast and furious, and it's so exciting. I don't think there's a day I wake up in the last 21 months that I just haven't been excited about what this is doing. And innovation adapter life cycle of this industry is this. In the very beginning stages, right in the center screen here, right at the very beginning, you've got innovators. And we've had now, this company has been in this space for 7 years and had their chance to get their feet wet, get the foundation laid. But what's happening right now is we're in what's called the early adopter stage. And that's when it's serious timing to take a look at something like this from a business standpoint. And know that right now, when you're able to take this, you see that bell curve. You want to be part of the early adopters, the early majority, rather than the late majority, or the laggards that will be a couple of years down the road. But boy, when you're talking a chance to really get some traction as the studies are ramping up and it's just starting to be discovered, timing is right now. So how do you get started? It's actually very simple. We have what we call business in a box. There's a starter kit with every package. You have a starter kit that is $50 in the US, $44 in Canada. And what you have in there are just some brief samplings of some of the product line. You've got paperwork that kind of covers things. This is a publicly traded company. So you'll have policies and procedures and things that are in there and some quick guides to get you started. But then from that, you can either add product to that starter kit. But what we recommend, actually I started, and I know Becky started, with the Platinum Pack. And here's why I did it, guys. You're looking at the numbers there. First of all, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. There's a 30% savings off the product. And I knew that I wanted to represent this as a business. So because of that, I wanted to actually have an experience with the product. And I wanted to know what it tasted like, how it worked. So the chance to have my hands on something my household would use, that was something we absolutely wanted to get on. And what's great about it is it's a tax deduction, a tax deductible expense because you're starting it as a business. We were going to use the products and sell some of the products if we needed to. But I love it because of that. And you also have in this, from a business standpoint, 2 all-access event tickets that come with it. And that value alone in this pack is almost a $600 value. You can see that at the bottom there. Again, you've got the marketing tools and things that go with that. And free shipping that comes with this package, which is a new thing. I actually didn't get to take advantage of that in the beginning, so this is something new for you guys, and I love that. But the gold pack is also a really beautiful option. It's a $600 price tag on that, and it gives you a 25% savings off the product. You'll see it's a little less than half of the product from the Platinum Pack. But it gives you 1 all-access event ticket at almost a $300 value there, again, with free shipping, and just 2 of the most popular ways to get in. I can't recommend them enough. So from that, how do you get paid? So I love the different ways we get paid. So we have 5 different ways. We have several. Smart Start bonuses are weekly payouts. Launch bonuses, weekly payouts. Royalty commissions are monthly payouts. So we get paid all these different ways. Generational match bonuses and elite pools where we actually earn on global profits, which is so exciting. There's a video we can get to you that actually draws out the comp plan and explains this a little more, but I'm just going to touch on this really quick. So I want to ask you the question, could you refer and keep 4 customers? I can tell you when we got into this, it was very easy to share that ABC video. People just get it. People want to have that product. What you actually can hop onto is becoming qualified for our commissions. Smart Start bonus is a way to get you qualified to get paid 40% right out of the gate. So if you hypothetically are taking the Pro Tandem, you're going to get volume for that. And if you go out and find 4 other customers, which for me happens really right the first day. I was just sharing this with everybody. I literally did have that taken care of the first day. But you actually are going to benefit off of the volume, your volume and the 4 customers that you put together, which would be over 200 in volume right there. And you'll get earning there at that 40%, $64. So that would qualify you for that Smart Start bonus. And then on the next slide, a Smart Start bonus return of investment. So hypothetically, if you came in on the Platinum Pack like I did, and I went out and I found 4 other people to come in on that Platinum Pack by showing them the whole picture, showing them the big story like we're doing here, and showing them how they could get paid, you'll get a 40% profit on that or commission on that right away, which you'll see 40 times 3 or 400 times 3 is at 1,200. You get that investment back. And I literally did within that first week. I started strong and I ran hard. So that's just kind of in a nutshell snapshot to get that return of investment back. But you might be asking yourself, can I do this? And I want to tell you one of the most wonderful things that we've become a part of is Team Heart. Team Heart is honestly one of the most foundational infrastructures that we have to offer that has been so key to the success of us. in this team. But it's a simple paint by number system that we've put together within the team of Team Heart. And literally, we teach you not only to launch your business, so we take the guesswork out of it for you. We help you learn different skill sets, and we actually even bring you into that leadership role. So it's launching, learning, and leading. But Team Heart Academy is also an extra level of leadership that offers skill set, mindset, and leadership training. And you have all of that access free by being part of our team. And it's a private support community, and I can't tell you enough, it has just been a game changer for us. I know Becky would agree with me. It's been absolutely fantastic experience. We love it. So honestly, guys, this is really just to round things out. You're probably one of three people. One, you would be that person that says, you know what, this all sounds great, but I need a little more information. And that's awesome, because we've got a lot of information to share. And what I would encourage you to do is get back to the person that invited you to this. There's lots of different links, studies, all kinds of things that we are so happy to give you. But maybe you're the second type of person that you'd like to become a customer. Becky did a beautiful job going through the different products that we've got, and certainly I can recommend everyone in my world that I know and love is at least taking that Protandim NRF2. I truly believe everyone needs to be on that. But the other products that we offer are absolutely fantastic. So if you find one of those that you'd like to take and enjoy and really see that difference for yourself, I encourage you to become a customer, again, by getting back to the person that invited you. But if you're like me and if you're like Becky and you see the possibility in this, you see, and maybe you watched at the same time, that Primetime video, and you said, I want a piece of that. I want to capture that timing. Then guys, I would love to just invite you back to that person that invited you on here today and encourage you, take a look. I can tell you this has been game changing for my husband and I. We have been able, with this company, just by building, they've been so generous. We've actually earned 4 all paid for trips from the company just as a benefit for building our business. And they've been fabulous. Mediterranean cruise, Cancun, Hawaii. We were in Park City, Utah. And again, just the perks that come along with building a business. But aside from that, financially, we will be able to walk away from what we thought was going to just be our retirement before in a traditional business to having something that's an asset that will help us retire. And we just, sky's the limit here. So you might be that person that just wants to make a couple hundred extra a month, or a person that wants to build that sky's the limit. Whatever that is for you, I just encourage you to get back to that person that invited you to this call. And we want to thank you for taking your valuable time tonight to spend a few minutes to learn a little more with us tonight. With that, guys, we'll wrap this up. Again, thank you for your time.